Get ready to hear about the deals from our sponsors. This episode of Earn Your Happy is sponsored in part by Saley, El Nutra, LinkedIn, Talent Solutions, OpenPhone, and Shopify, and we have got awesome deals for you. Saley is saving on eSIMs even more. Get a global or a regional plan and travel with the same eSIM. Get an exclusive 15% off discount on Saley eSIM data plans. Go to saley.com/happy. Download the Saley app and use code HAPPY at the checkout plan. El Nutra, kickstart a health plan that truly works. Get 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift with a subscription to the 5-day nutrition program. Claim your offer now at prolonlife.com/happy. LinkedIn Talent Solutions. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring today. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/qualified free. Terms and conditions apply. And OpenPhone. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system and build stronger customer relationships and respond faster with shared numbers, AI, and automation. Get 20% off for your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/earn. And finally, Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you grow your business. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/happy. What would the 7-figure version of you prioritize today? Would she be scrolling and comparing herself to everybody? What would she be like, oh my God, I'm so sad that she got that opportunity and I didn't get it? No, she'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go create an event myself. You just have to go and take massive action and stop doing all the crap that is stopping you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And last week, Chris and I ran our Elite Entrepreneur Mastermind. And what's really exciting is that mastermind is for people who are 500K and above, a lot of them being 7-figure earners, some of them being 8-figure earners, which is so exciting to get all of those people in the room and learn from each other. When we were in breakouts, I went around to all the different 5 and 6 groups of breakouts every single day and got to sit with them and really sit and solve each person's problem as they went through a hot seat, which is where they get selected time to really focus on their business and get the group's input on everything. And I literally could not believe the level of people that were in that room, the level of answers that they had for every single problem. It was really mind-blowing. And what's awesome is that Chris and I have taken about 4 years off from serving a certain clientele. We've really been deep in our startups and also deep in the Elite Entrepreneur Mastermind. And we decided that we also have a place that we can serve people who are 500K and below. We get asked all of the time. We used to have a program that was absolutely incredible. And Chris and I realized that we could make that program even better. So you guys, we have a new program coming out called the Mentor Collective Mastermind. It is online. I'm super excited. It's for anyone 25K to 500K, and we cannot wait to serve you guys. So that's coming up. Stay tuned. You can go to loriharder.com/waitlist if you want to get on that wait list. And spots are limited because what we're doing is we're getting a bunch of different coaches and mentors in there for every part of your business. So imagine having a roundtable for every single question that you have and never getting stuck again, because you can ask real-time questions and get your answers pretty darn quick. So this is super exciting. This is something that we wish we had, and I can't wait for you guys to be a part of it. We're launching in just a few weeks, so make sure that you get on that wait list. Also, you guys, the mastermind is like 4 really intense days, the best days, don't get me wrong, but very intense. Like, it is a lot of energy for everybody there because you are on, like, you're constantly engaged, you're listening, you're solving problems, you're with people from morning until night. And this is always where I struggle to get my health and wellness goals in. It's hard to get workouts in those long days, and it's hard to eat really well, but I still got in my 100 plus gram of protein goal and also my glow seed, because I did a protein shake every single day. Sometimes I would do 2 protein shakes that I could just drink on the sidelines. And I added my Glossy to it. So I was using my Isogenics vanilla whey protein shakes. They also have a vegan shake, but I was using my Isogenics vanilla shake mixed with my Glossy. So it was like a lemon vanilla pie, and I was getting my goals met. So you guys, it doesn't have to be crazy hard. You don't have to overcomplicate all of these goals that you have. It's just about being really prepared and having things like that, like your shake, like Glossy, like the things you know you can easily grab that you can fit into your day that completely change your life. So I've put some links down there in show notes. And of course, with Glossy, you can get 25% off by using code HAPPY. And speaking of overcomplicating, that's exactly what this quickie is about today. It's the fact that you're overcomplicating potentially everything, or at least one part of your life. And maybe you're not, but I know I am. So I'm going to just speak from my experience. I find that the things that I'm really freaking spiraling out on are the things that I'm not clear on. They're the things that I don't have a clear plan on. It's like when I wake up and if I feel really overwhelmed, it's because I don't have a solid plan and I don't know where to start and I don't know the right action steps. And this is really what makes us feel overwhelmed. So I'm talking all about overcomplication today. And I want to give you 5 questions to simplify your business and get into action. So even recently, you guys, with Glossy, like I get so much advice on what I should be doing that I can get really, really overwhelmed. I get advice on what team I should be having. I hear different things from, when I had a much bigger team, we've cut way back. When I had a much bigger team, I can get really overwhelmed because everybody's got input on it. And you can really forget what got you started and what got you momentum in the first place. You can really start to overcomplicate it. So if you're feeling like I was feeling, if you're feeling like you're never getting ahead, if you're feeling really overwhelmed, this episode is for you, because today I really want you to start getting out of the overthinking loop and start getting back into what actually moves the needle, because complexity kills progress and it kills profits. So there's a bunch of science on decision fatigue and analysis paralysis, and it's proven to decrease motivation and performance, you guys. So Stanford and Harvard has done so many studies on this, talking about how just having too many decisions, even on your plate, like having too many good things to choose from, can also do this. So why do we overcomplicate it? A lot of times overcomplication is fear in disguise. You guys, it could be fear of failing. It could be fear of being seen. It could be fear of success. It could be fear of making the wrong choice. And let me tell you, when money is on the line, that's also a really big one. I feel it. I mean, knowing what my runway is, I feel like I'm making my choices in a totally different way than I normally would. A lot of times fear can come in and I have to really work on that. And Mel Robbins says, you think you're stuck, but you're not. You're just scared. And there's a famous JAM study that talks about when people are given too many options, they're less likely to buy anything. So overthinking in your business does this same thing. It stalls all of your action. And whenever Chris and I have created, a different program, or when I'm putting out new offers for Glossy, we've really learned that the simpler you can make it, the better. Like you actually have to make it like one choice is really, really good, maybe 2 max, and make it so clear on what these people are choosing. And even when I'm putting out offers to work with, different content creators or things, like I can't give them options on what I'm asking them to do. I literally have to be like, okay, Lori, what option, like what kind of content would you want from this person? Do they need to email it? Do they need to post it? Like the directions need to be so clear and simple that when I give them too many options of how to work with me, they don't work with me at all. So it's just so interesting observing how we can think that giving people variety or giving people choices is a good thing. And it's actually a bad thing. It's a bad thing in your business, and it's a bad thing when you're giving your customers too many choices. So when you're thinking about your nervous system and you think about complexity, it's like complexity equals uncertainty equals stress equals freeze mode. So for me, my default response of like the negative response, if I'm doing something, if I'm not in a good place, is avoidance. So I am major freeze mode. So if I get overwhelmed, I start to be avoidant. Like I'll try to do all the things that makes me feel like I have progress in my life, whether that's cleaning the house or whether that's, something that I'm good at in my business. And these aren't the things that are truly moving the needle for me. So bottom line, you're either in momentum or you're in delay. And let me tell you, delay is not going to make you any cash. So I want to give you some questions to simplify and make more money in your business. So the first question is, what's the next right step? Not the perfect one. So I want you to remember, perfection is a profit killer. So Mel Robbins has a 5-second rule, and this is something that you can do. Literally, you can just see if your brain has the right answer for you right away. This is kind of like an intuitive thing. You can count down from 5 and just say out loud or write down what feels like the next right thing. Like, don't think, because thinking can often be a profit killer as well, right? Like we can overthink everything. So you don't need a 6-month plan. You don't need your next sales generating step. Just what would the next thing be? The next simple thing. Think of it like this. Instead of planning the perfect funnel or the perfect 3 to 6 month plan, go DM 5 potential customers. Like, I can't tell you how much of my business has been done with these fast action things where I'm like, oh my gosh, stop overcomplicating. Just go DM this person and see if they want to be a part of this program. Like, go and do the things that could bring in money right away. Okay, question 2. If this had to be easy and bring in money, what would it look like? So Tim Ferriss, he always says, what would this look like if it were easy? This kind of just triggers a different part of your brain that's like, oh, if this were easy, I would just go, do the thing that got me my first sale ever in business again. Like, I would just repeat that, even though it seems small and uncomplicated now. Maybe that's where I need to start. And so most entrepreneurs are just overbuilding things that they absolutely don't need to overbuild. So ask, if I had to generate sales this week, what would I do? If I had to generate sales this week, what would I do? And it probably wouldn't be, upgrading your logo for the 5th time. It probably wouldn't be updating your website. It probably wouldn't be curating the perfect Instagram feed. It would be like doing it messy, getting that shit out there, asking a million questions, and asking for the sale of whatever you're doing. So you got to simplify your way back into momentum. So question number 3. Okay, so something that Chris and I are always talking about is how to really separate our business hours from the hours that we're off. And it's a really hard thing to do when you're a business owner because your phone is where everything is operated. So you might have some downtime and you're feeling good, and all of a sudden you get something that throws you off because it's work related and you just weren't in that mode. And let me tell you, OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that is going to help you separate your personal life from your growing business. You guys, this is so important to learn to do. And for just $15 a month, the cost of a few coffees, you get complete transparency and visibility into everything happening with your business phone number. OpenPhone works through an app on your phone or computer and integrates with HubSpot and hundreds of other systems. They use AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, so you'll have a summary of your phone call with action items as soon as you hang up. And if you miss a call, automated messages are sent directly to your customer, meaning you're never going to miss an opportunity to engage with them. They're going to feel thought about. It's affordable and easy to use, whether you're a one-person operation and need help managing calls automatically or have a large team and need better tools for efficient collaboration. OpenPhone is a no-brainer. Right now, OpenPhone is offering 20% off your first 6 months when you go to openphone.com/earn. That's openphone.com/earn for 20% off 6 months. Openphone.com/earn. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. What am I avoiding by staying in the planning phase? Planning can feel comfortable. Planning can feel like you are making progress. And the truth of it all is planning doesn't pay you, but action does. So you have to ask yourself, am I avoiding sales? Like, am I avoiding the sales process? Am I afraid of rejection? Am I avoiding visibility because I'm afraid of something? Am I ultimately afraid of getting canceled? Or what am I afraid of? Am I afraid to be told no? And then you might want to do a little work around that. You might want to do a writing exercise around, what you will be missing out on if you don't take the risk, if you don't let yourself be visible, if you don't launch the thing. And what I like to do is pan out by 5 years or 10 years and say, if I don't take action now, if I don't solve this freaking problem that's right in front of me, what is my life going to feel like in 5 years? Like I sit and meditate on this. I visualize it. What are my relationships going to be like? Am I going to push everyone away because I'm unhappy, because I'm mad at myself, because I feel like a loser, because I'm upset that I let myself down? And I really like to call it out and move through it and be like, okay, the pain of what I'm going through right now, the pain of facing this problem, the pain of getting rejected, the pain of asking is nothing near the pain of 5 years from now if I don't act on this. All right, question number 4. What would my highest self and my smartest CEO self do right now? My CEO. I feel like a CEO oftentimes, but CEO self do right now. So it's like really empowering to ground yourself in that identity of going, am I being a boss or am I just being busy? So really grounding yourself and asking yourself, like, what would my smartest CEO self do right now is about really creating these identity-based habits, right? To create change. If you've ever read The Atomic Habits by James Clear, he's really all about identity-based habits to create that change in your life. So step into your highest version of yourself. Like, what would the 7-figure version of you prioritize today? Would she be working on her logo? Would she be scrolling and comparing herself to everybody? What would she be like, oh my God, I'm so sad that she got that opportunity and I didn't get it? No, she'd be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go create an event myself. Okay, I didn't get invited to that dinner. What would it look like if I invited 4 women that I wanted to get to know better? You just have to go and take massive action and stop doing all the crap that is stopping you. So the 5th question is, what is the one thing today that would actually make money? This is maybe the most important question that we have in this podcast today. So your new mantra is busy doesn't equal business. Busy doesn't equal business. And every day ask yourself, am I doing something that brings in revenue or nurtures the people who buy from me? Or am I just doing busy work? So you guys, what is one thing that if someone was like, look, I'm going to take everything away from you. You're going to lose your house, your cars, everything tomorrow if you don't bring in a sale today. If you don't bring in money today, you lose everything. What would you do that day? That's what we need to get back to. And I know you're like, oh my God, I have all of these other things that I need to do that are falling to the wayside. Guys, if you have money coming in, you can start to learn how to delegate the things that aren't getting done because you're making the money. And the thing is money solves a whole lot of stuff in your business. Let me tell you, money is the number one problem solver in your business. So that is why it needs to be the number one thing that you focus on. Like, what is going to bring those sales in? So you guys, I hope that this helps you uncomplicate the overcomplicated thinking that you're doing. So I'm sending you guys so much love. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone.